And welcome to Say Less, Say More. The three that you didn't know that you needed. We got your best in entertainment, sports, wrestling, culture. I am 2-5. And I got my guys with me. El Residente. DJ Radical Jack.
Come on, man. The Jackie one, the swaggy one. DJ him. Radical Jizzak, man. Jackie Reigns in your presence.
Yes. All of those things. So we're going to get to it. We got some Diddy for you. We got some Taylor Swift for those.
We do not have Diddy for you.
Yeah, Diddy for you is crazy.
We do not have Diddy for you. I just want to establish that out the gate.
We got some wrestling. We got some life for you. You know, some serious issues. So we're going to jump right to it by checking in real quick. Guys, what's going on in your lives this week?
I'm getting married on Friday.
Woo!
Yeah, man.
All right, what's going on with you, Riz?
Man, I'm flying to San Antonio, my guy. I'm flying to the Juniper Green extravaganza. You know, I'm kicking it with the guys. I'm excited. You know, by the time this airs, I will already have done it, and Jack will already have been married. So, you know, congratulations to Jack and Ariel, man. We're very proud of you guys. Yes. I also get to see one of my favorite families. You know what I mean? Shout out to the entire Baker Wilson gang. Love you guys. Shout out to Rissa. Shout out to Lindsay. Shout out to Desmond, you're not really being friendly with me yet, but we working on this. But nah, I'm excited, man. I'm hyped to travel around and see you guys and do some work. I got to head from there to Little Rock, Arkansas to do my job that I love.
For sure. You know, I'm sitting up here working on these articles. You know, chopchat.com should be releasing tomorrow. And then, of course, you know, Sports Reports is ordered, you know, doing the thing. So like and subscribe to all those things.
Make sure you do
Make sure you checking out the Pursuit of Forever as well.
Yes, sir. POF. Make sure you check out Pursuit of Forever everywhere you can find podcasts. That's Pursuit of Forever. Last week, me and Toya talked about, you know, raising your children with grace. They're getting older. They're starting to make their own decisions. They want to move out. They want to establish their own lives. So how do you do that without, you know, becoming an overbearing parent and harming the relationship that you have? So check us out everywhere you can find podcasts. Pursuit of Forever, Pursuit of Forever. Pursuit of Forever.
Yes, not Plenty of Fish.
Nah, do not go to Plenty of Fish looking for us. Different thing.
All right. So,
you know,
bro. Of course, you know, we got the quick hits done. So now we're going to jump into Say More.
Say more.
So earlier today, me and Jack kind of had the same revelation at the same time. And it was one of those things of, am I happy? And I started thinking about this because, you know, I was in the military for 22 years. And so this whole civilian life is still new to me.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out what's that line of, I'm just having a bad day and maybe I hate my job or maybe I'm just disliking my job at the moment versus, man, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that line is because I haven't really been a civilian for that long. So, you know, so I was trying to figure out how to navigate that.
Yeah. So funny you mentioned that, right? So when I got out of the Army in 2007, I came back to South Carolina. And I was like, oh, well, you know, I was a paralegal in the Army and I'll just be able to come back into the civilian world, get a job as a paralegal and keep rolling. Well, apparently they don't like hiring paralegals in the civilian world. They'd much rather take, especially at that time, they'd rather take younger attorneys that are either who have just passed the bar or started getting their bones, you know, they use them as paralegals. So I ended up bouncing from job to job when I got out of the military. At first I was an insurance agent. And then I was a barber, and then I got a job, like a more consistent job, working at a call center. And I came into a very similar situation, 2-5. Like I was literally at my job one day. It was my second year at the job, and I was at my desk, and I just was depressed one day, like depressed, and I like was in tears at my desk, like in tears. And this lady walks over to me, and I've never had a conversation with this lady before, so it was really peculiar that it happened. But she walks over to me. And she said, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm not okay. And mind you, I work in a call center, so I'm on the phones doing this. And I'm like, I can't hold it together. So she said, come here. So I went, she said, well, can you take a break? I asked my supervisor, is it okay if I take a break? She let me take a break. And we went to the break room and she was like, is it okay if I pray for you? And I said, yeah, you can pray for me. And then she said, what's going on? I said, I don't know. I'm just not happy. And I can't keep going like this. I don't know how long I can do this. And she says, okay. She said, do you have your own Bible? I said, no, ma'am, I don't. I said, I have a Bible, but she's like, no, do you have your own Bible that's yours? And I said, yeah, I have a Bible. I don't have my own Bible that like I bought for me. And she said, well, I'm gonna do this. She said, I'm gonna go take my lunch. And when I come back, I want you, I'm gonna have something for you and I want you to use it. I said, yes, ma'am. So I went back on the clock. When she came back from lunch, she called me again. It was my lunchtime. And she said, this is your Bible. And this is, she gave me a study book, a journal to write. And it would have like a scripture. So I'd read it and I'd read through it. I'd write about what I was feeling. And within a month from that, I quit my job. Like I literally quit my job. I told Toya, I said, I can't continue to live like this. I've got to find what it is that I'm meant to do. I have to do something that brings me true joy or I'm not going to make it like this. And she said, okay. So I went back to school as a small business major and ended up like having a conversation with a teacher, which ended up with me transferring to College of Charleston from Trident Tech, getting my degree in elementary education. From there, I joined a mentoring program. From there, I became the leader of a mentoring program to what I do now. So I said that to say that sometimes it starts with the self-evaluation and just acknowledging the fact that you're not happy where you are right now. It may be the first step, the impetus for you to do something better that's more suited for you. So that's what I got.
Yeah.
The
So like I
thoughts of
was
Mike
mentioning,
Wilson, aka
Jack was going through the same thing as well. And like he was the one that actually brought it up. I was sitting there thinking at my desk, suffering in silence, but Jack brought the conversation to us. So, what's your thoughts, Jack?
I'm still in that place, still wondering. You know what I mean? I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm technically happy, right? But I think that I think you have a point where you just kind of you want to. I feel like it's kind of like the am I living the dream? Like everybody has a goal that they want to do, and then you're not too sure if you're living that dream. And it's like, even though your life is going the way you want it to go, are we, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I do more? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
No, it does. It does.
Like, no, it absolutely does.
And I was looking at it, and that's why I made the comment. I mean, we probably don't have time to get to it tonight, but yeah. I was saying how I felt like Aisha Curry, where I was just kind of looking back at things and just kind of like, oh, did I make a misstep here, or did I take a wrong turn there? And I don't like doing that because you can't live in the past,
right?
But at the same time, I think there's a certain human nature element to that line of thought.
Yeah. Now, I think, so me and Jack were just having a conversation earlier today, and I was talking about the fact that like you're gonna feel things, but the question is, what do you do with that feeling, right? So I can feel unhappy, but do I just wallow in unhappiness, or do I try to find something that's gonna make me happy? I can feel unfulfilled. I can say that I'm unfulfilled, or I can try to identify what about me is unfulfilled and what am I going to do to try to find myself there. I really try to, again, self-assess, just look at what, when you cut yourself, right? When you cut yourself, you have pain. The pain is designed to tell you that something's wrong with your body. So in life, you're going to have pain. Pain is designed to tell you that you're off kilter. Now, the problem is this: men often aren't allowed to dream. We are providers. We are protectors. We are sustainers. So nowhere in that are we supposed to be allowed to dream. But guess what? We still have things that we aspire to. And when a man doesn't feel the freedom to be able to aspire to something, a part of him dies. That's pain. So that's stuff that we have to think about. So it's a matter of like, do the things that you want to do, because y'all know the things that you want to do. Are the things that you guys want to do feasible? And what steps can you take to get to it? Now, of course, there's certain, things that we may not be able to do. Like right now, if I want to become an NBA all-star, yeah, I'm not going to become an NBA all-star right now. That's not going to happen. But I can ask myself, what are the things about the NBA that I really like? And how can I pursue those in other ways? Right? Do I want to be an NBA all-star because I want to be on TV? Well, I could be on TV doing other stuff. Do I want to be an NBA all-star because I like playing basketball? I can play basketball and not be an NBA. So I have to ask myself, like, what are the things that I really do value, and how do I identify ways to get to those values without wrecking the life that I currently have?
Right.
Yeah, I feel that 100%.
Yeah, and that's the tough part, because I do have familial responsibilities and everything, and it would be irresponsible of me to just be like, all right, I'm out of here, let me go do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Besides the
to be the number one podcaster in the world.
You know what I'm saying? Besides the fact that, bills got to get paid and all that stuff.
I'll take number 15 podcaster in the world. Like that would still be.
Yeah. I'm down with like top 35. You know what I'm saying?
No, and you will be. But that's the thing. So like, I know you both like have aspirations in terms of this stuff, right? Like y'all really, you're really good at what you do, first of all. But you're continuing to build the craft of podcasting, which means that you're going to go through that growing pains of building, an audience that's going to respect and love the work that you do so much that they're willing to pay for it. I love the fact that the three of us on here have made a commitment to pursue this together, right? We're pursuing this work together where we encourage each other, we support each other. That's also something you're going to need if you're going to pursue your dreams. I could not have made the steps that I made if I didn't have the support of my wife, who says, okay, if you have a dream, I'm going to support you in it. But I'm also going to tell you, like, yo, these bills got to get paid. So like finding that balance, right? Finding that balance is going to be key. But this is something you can do without wrecking the rest of your life. Like y'all can maintain your jobs that you have and still do this. Now, if the job that you have just genuinely makes you unhappy, you have to find something that makes you happy. That doesn't suck your soul. Because the job I had was soul sucking, bro. Like I did not like what I did. I felt like I was defrauding old people every day, and it felt disgusting.
But see, I think it's me though. Like I think it's that whole military. You move every so often. You're not in the same spot. So once I'm somewhere for a while, maybe I got commitment issues.
I don't know, Vibe. I feel the same way as you, man. I think it's just a thing, and I think it's better nowadays. Now, this is one thing I'll give the new generation: they don't stay at jobs just to stay at the job. They don't. It's like, dog, this does not serve me a purpose. I know I've been here for 3 months. Gotta go. I know I've been here for 3 weeks. I know it's not for me. Gotta go. And that's something that I like because for so long, job stability was the thing that would get you hired. But at the same time, it's like, come on now, you know what I mean? Like I cannot maintain this job and I'm unhappy. So I feel like where I'm at right now, I'm happy enough. You know what I mean? Like it's not a bad gig, but it's just like for me personally, like y'all know, I want to do something else. But
I'm looking forward to you guys' journey through this. But I'm definitely going to encourage both of you to really look at what it is that you want to do and try to figure out some steps to get you closer to what that is. I definitely also understand that need to like the feeling like I need to move every couple of years just because it was what you've done for 20 years. So I can understand that as a sticking point. And because you really never had roots even growing up. I mean, like you're from Baltimore, but like, your story is your story. Like it was like more transient than like staying stagnant in one place and building the roots. Like my family's here. Like all my people are here. So like, I'm not trying to move unless I don't have to, even though Toya wants to move. But we're going to follow this journey, dog. We're going to follow this journey.
No, for sure, and then, tough to follow that up, opening up and being vulnerable and everything, but it's time to say less.
Say less.
And I don't know if I can say less because I woke up on Saturday and I actually got a Mark Sanchez jersey in my closet. And I saw that this man got stabbed. And I was like, oh no, Mark Sanchez got stabbed. And then hours later, it came out that, this whole fight was going on. He got arrested. And I'm like, hold on. How you get arrested,
he got
when
arrested.
You got stabbed?
That was the one.
Yeah. And walk me through this one, guys.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Mark Sanchez was like a likable guy. So the whole headline of him getting stabbed was weird.
You just don't know who people are, dog. Like you really don't know who people are in their everyday life, and we can assume that we think that people, are these good, upstanding people. But the truth is, like, we don't know these people from Adam. Speaking of Adam, we don't really know Adam either.
Yes. Yeah, he got stabbed. Apparently the guy, the 69-year-old man that he got into the altercation with, was pulling up to the hotel he repurposes the cooking oil. And I guess Mark Sanchez took offense of why you right there or why are you here or something along those lines. They get into a scuffle. Old man got wrecked. I don't know if y'all saw that. Oh, I did send y'all the picture, but old man got wrecked. So he pulled out the pepper spray. Pepper spray didn't work. So now it's life or death. And, he decided to stab him twice in the chest.
In the chest? It's crazy.
Yeah, I actually have the article. I mean, I have a video right here. I can play it. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's nuts. And it happened in Indianapolis. And real quick, before you even play that video, Outkick.com, one of the most reprehensible places on earth. They got this douche there named Dan Dockich, who...
Oh, Dan Dockich.
Yeah,
Dan Dockich.
Yeah, he felt the need to turn this into before we knew the suspect or, who he got into the altercation with, it turned into, well, Indianapolis is dangerous. All these African Americans without fathers making it unsafe downtown. And then, of course, once we found out, like, there's no African American here. No. It turned into, oh, but did I lie? Do African Americans...
Are there African Americans in Indianapolis?
Do they make Indianapolis safe? I don't think they do.
It's crazy because African Americans lead the USA in fathered homes. But anyway.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right. So let's listen to this video real quick. See what they're talking about.
A former USC quarterback and current NFL broadcaster Mark Sanchez, who is now facing serious charges. The late-night confrontation between Sanchez and a delivery driver sent both men to the hospital on Saturday.
But Sanchez is the one facing felony charges tonight. Mary Beth McDade live in Hollywood with the details. MB.
Yeah, Mike and Chair, prosecutors say that the area where this altercation occurred has several surveillance cameras, and so they have multiple angles of this incident. Now, we do want to warn you that some of the images of the injuries are hard to watch.
Trigger alert, trigger alarm, trigger alarm.
Here's video of former NFL and USC quarterback Mark Sanchez clutching his chest after being stabbed during an altercation with a delivery truck driver in Indianapolis over the weekend. TMZ released images of the 38-year-old Fox Sports analyst being put into an ambulance and his alleged victim, 69-year-old Perry Toll, being wheeled on a gurney with a towel wrapped around his head. Toll's family later released these pictures of his injuries.
Jesus.
The probable cause outlines kind of the initial nature of that dispute. We are literally talking about people fighting over a parking space.
Sanchez had reportedly been acting erratically and doing sprints in an alley between two hotels around 12:30 Saturday morning. Right. According to court documents, Toll arrived in his delivery truck and parked it in a loading dock by one of the hotels to change out the hotel's cooking oil. The truck was blocking Sanchez's running path, so Sanchez allegedly approached Toll and told him to move his truck. The driver told police Sanchez smelled like alcohol and was slurring his speech. When Toll didn't move his truck, Sanchez apparently...
First of all, that dude came on there with the voice of God. And Sanchez!
Dog, listen, that is crazy. He was doing sprints between, and the guy just parked in between where he was doing sprints and he attacked the guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
why you all up in my track?
Hey, didn't Mark Sanchez play for the Eagles?
He could have. We don't really remember. We don't. Did Mark Sanchez do anything important on the Eagles?
He played for them. I know he suited up.
No, I think he played. I think he played one good game. Honestly,
he put on a uniform.
First of all, that's the Sanchez to you, jabronis.
Yeah. So I mean, like, what are your thoughts though? 25. I know you follow like this stuff a whole lot.
This stuff is crazy. Like so when I first heard it, I was like, damn, did he get jumped or something? You know, like did some guys just attack him? Because I don't think most people just go and roll up on an NFL player. Like
he's like 6'4", right?
Yeah, like he's like 6'3", 6'4", or Mr. Logical would know.
Mr. Logic would know. See, this is his time.
But then as we started getting more and more details, it just became 6'2". Okay, it just became bizarre. It just became bizarre. Especially this is a 69-year-old guy. This isn't like a road rage incident. Where two young dudes just lose their mind or whatever the case may be. So he was supposed to call the game Sunday in Indianapolis with the Colts and the Raiders, but obviously he couldn't. So now not only is his job in jeopardy, but they're talking about felony charges.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, do your wind sprints at the like places where people don't park cars.
Go
and
to
if
the
they
Y.
do park, just let them park, dog. There's whole parks that you can just do wind sprints in. Find one. Next topic.
All right. So America was sitting with bated breath, waiting on the chosen one to lead us to his next decision in life, only to find out that LeBron is a damn drunk.
He's an alcoholic.
That was awful.
He's not an alcoholic, but he does drink a lot of alcohol. He talks about wine all the time. I don't know how LeBron does not yet have a wine brand. I don't know. But I guess, it's easier to be sponsored by a company. They probably gave him some kind of equity to make this kind of announcement and to use so much of his social capital. So I'd imagine that's got something to do with it. But I mean, I think we all know he's going to retire at some point. People just thought it was going to be the retirement announcement. Now ESPN have their panties in a bunch because they feel like they were made a fool of. But that's that's
Even
they
was hot.
Of course, he was hot.
Yeah, but Stephen A's whole thing is like his new brand is whatever LeBron does, I hate him. So it's kind of like you can't even respect it anymore because it's just like we know you think it's corny, we know you think it's whack, So for that, I'll say less.
He thinks it's corny when Bron does that, but he doesn't think it's corny when he strolls into the Lakers game like George Jefferson. He doesn't think it's corny when he kicks people off of a television show because they are better personalities on the show than he is, so he can draw more attention to himself. He doesn't think any of that's corny, but he thinks LeBron. Max. Like I'm y'all know how I feel about dude. So I'm sorry.
His brand is I hate you.
I like Stephen A. Smith. The LeBron relationship. Like honestly, I think Stephen A. should just ban LeBron talk until he can be mature about it.
Yeah, I think he does himself a disservice with the way he shows up in the world, unfortunately. And as somebody who used to be, again, in order to truly love in order to truly hate somebody, you had to once love them. And I used to love Stephen A. Smith. I used to love what he stood for. But I think everything that he stood for, all the social capital he built, he is destroying one day at a time, and he has no idea that he's doing it. And now he's going to try to run for president, which is nuts.
I think that he should. I think that he should be the old, authentic version of himself, and not the loud mouth that everybody started to know him as.
That old Stephen A. wouldn't get in these rooms that he has access to now. So that's the problem. Where's Molly at? Geez, when you need her.
Right. And why didn't you go fight for Molly? You talk about how you went in and said, if I want somebody out of here, I get them out of here, and you kick Max out of there. That means that you did the same thing for Molly. You did not fight for Molly, because if you what you say, you put your thing on the table and people gonna do what you say you're gonna do, then you should have fought for Molly, who's been with that company for 25 years. She went for 25.
I didn't know they either offered her or she was currently making $500,000.
She makes less than what's the other one? The light skin girl. No, the light skin girl.
Oh, Malika Andrews.
She makes less than Malika Andrews. She's on TV every day,
which is nuts. I mean, she's the moderator. I guess Malika is more the host. So,
but Malika sucks.
And nobody watches Malika's show.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a whole different topic.
What show does she host?
Exactly.
NBA Countdown.
Nobody watches that.
Oh, my bad.
Nobody's watching NBA Countdown when we got NBC showing. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Nobody was watching NBA Countdown when you had TNT. Nobody's watching NBA Countdown now when you got.
Well,
NBC.
now we don't have TNT now.
But now you have the NBC show though.
Yeah.
And then Charles and them will be on something. So
they're going to be on ESPN.
Charles going to be ESPN.
Yeah, inside the NBA is going to ESPN, and apparently the good news is that they're keeping their same producers and everything. But we'll just have to see
because
the thing's
coming.
Because one of the things that made Inside the NBA beautiful was you didn't have all these commercial breaks. So we're gonna have to see how that goes.
Yeah, true.
We'll see.
You
Well,
know.
maybe it'll be like Sister when it moved from TGIF Fridays to WB. It was still fire.
Well, a common theme on TV shows is if a TV show switches cities, it's about to end. And this is about to be what that's going to be for
Family Matters gave us 4 more seasons.
And no one watched them. When they switched to CBS, nobody watched Family Matters on CBS.
Like,
I don't even remember them switching to CBS.
They switched to CBS. That's when Myra and Urkel were like, it was like the back half of the Myra Urkel, and then Laura and Urkel got together. That was on CBS.
Okay. Well, there you go, y'all. There's your 90 sitcom.
There's your Family Matters.
Yeah.
Breakdown of the day.
But speaking of family, Roman Reigns has come back and to lead Jay to the mountaintop.
Acknowledge.
Him and Jimmy had some interesting dialogue yesterday, and it made me think about something, but I want to hear what you guys think about it.
What, the stay out his way so he can
just the whole story in general. Like, you like where it's going, or
I love it.
Do you think you know where it's going?
Come on, man. Uso, man. Jackie Reigns, man. Come on. So I think that green tea liquid death is amazing. But I think that we should be grateful for the storyline. I honestly think this is gonna happen, right?
You should be
grateful. It's gonna be 2 things. Either Jay is gonna beat up Cody and get the WWE championship, and then Seth is gonna get beat up by Roman to make it a full circle moment, takes the championship from Seth, and then Paul Heyman comes back and becomes the wise man, and then Jimmy gets the US title or the IC title. But either way, all 3 of them will be champion at one time. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Say that again.
All 3 of them will be champion at the same time.
Jimmy don't need no damn belt.
I think that Roman is starting to position himself to be the wise man.
That would be cool too, but Jimmy's got to get a belt.
Right, but see, I think he's pushing Jimmy out. I think he's positioning himself to be Jay's wise man.
So you know what I see here? I was thinking about this. I see the friend that doesn't realize that he's in the circle anymore, and he doesn't understand why. Yeah. So Jay and Jimmy, obviously they're twins. They've been a tag team for years. I believe most tag team title reigns than anybody. And Jimmy is still holding on like, hey, I want to hang with Jay. I want to be with Jay. I want to be with my brother. Whereas Jay is trying to move on and go, no, I have my own dreams and aspirations. Roman is the dude that's been there before. So Roman's like, hey, look, I see the potential in you. Jimmy's holding you back, man. And Jimmy just don't want to let go because he doesn't understand why Jay wants to leave. Like, we got a good thing. We won more titles than everybody else. And Jay's like, but I've been to the mountaintop and I want to get back. And, so Jimmy is still stuck and hasn't moved forward and progressed. So that's where Roman comes in. But Jimmy looks at it as a betrayal. 2-5 looks at it as its life.
Growth. It's like Snoop Dogg said, if I'm up here and you right here, like, that's cool as long as we're staying here. But if I get up here and you come down here, I got to let you go.
Yeah, I definitely think there's something to this idea that Jay, he's experienced being a world champion before, and he wants that back. Just based on storyline that they're developing, and I think that he's recognizing, like, I think Jimmy is on the lines of like, oh, we can make another run at the tag titles, and Jay is like, nah, I don't want that. I'm not interested in the tag titles at all. Once I get the world title, maybe I can join you for a tag title run, and I can go have the world title and the tag titles. But nah, I don't want to. I'm not diminishing myself or lowering myself to that. And he understands that Roman gets that more than Jimmy would, and so he's leaning more. And that's why the conversation, even when that Rome said, it was like, I see and I hear everything. Like, I hear you making statements like, oh, you gonna be like him. Like, what's wrong with being like me? I'm one of the longest reigning world champions in WWE history. I'm one of the most popular people in WWE history. I don't even show up at events and people still scream my name and chant my name. Jay would want that. He would want that more than being Naomi's husband.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so last thought for me on this is, saying I'm waiting for Jay to snap and take Roman out at some point where, you know what I mean? Like maybe he gets a title match, he loses, whatever the case may be, and he just snaps. Like, you were supposed to lead me here. I was listening to you. He gets frustrated and takes Roman out. I think I would like to see that, because I don't think
that happens. I don't think they explore that route, because we already saw it, and
Roman another vacation.
But we just saw it.
But we saw that title. We saw that timeline already. Where they literally beefed. So I don't think that they do that, because
but the roles are reversed, because the first time Roman was the puppet master and Jay was resistant, and he had to join the bloodline because Roman was whooping on Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have been the other way around.
But what happens after I kick him in the face? Like, do we beef, or does Roman just be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, respect?
No, but this is the full thing, because right now it's all about 4 letters, 1 word, and now he's got to have his Hollywood Hogan moment where he just crushes the crowd, leaves Roman in a pool of blood, just stands over him. I don't know.
I think he's been trying to do that this whole time though. Like the whole stuff with CM Punk, like now, like he can't get along with anybody. Like he gets in the ring and he, like, no matter if they're on his team or not, he's gonna kick them in the face. Like that's what he's been trying to do.
Where he's like,
he's not even coming out and doing the thing.
Yeah, he's not eating.
He's not doing
it. It's real subtle, right?
Yeah,
it's real subtle, but he's not doing it. And
like he walked through the crowd. When he walked through the crowd on Monday, he just walked through the crowd. He didn't do the dance.
Remember, the music was playing for like a good minute.
Yeah, it went through the whole verse.
Yeah,
and then he came like, all right,
Yeah.
Time to kick ass.
But like, if you actually go back and look at Raw, I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago. It was the first week I noticed that he didn't come out and do it, and like it looked like it bothered him to not do it. And so he even like did like a heart sign to the crowd, like, I love y'all. I just want you to know I love y'all, but I'm not doing none of this right now. Like it feels like it was a progression. And so now we're in like week 3 or week 4 of it.
Right.
And it definitely is a heel turn that they're trying to do with him. But it's just, I don't think, just based on the fact that they've already done the he turns on Rome thing, it'll be too soon to do it again. And if they do that again, it's really lazy.
Yeah, it's lazy writing. I think he should turn on Jimmy for sure.
He's got to turn on somebody else. He can't turn on can't turn on Roman again.
Jimmy turned on him the last time.
Exactly. Yeah. So honestly, that would be full circle too, where it's like, I got to get my championship, and last time you screwed me up. So then it's like, all right, bet I'm gonna get rid of you just to make sure that I get this championship, because I don't need you stepping in the way either.
And then maybe Jimmy runs back to Solo, and
Well, they got to get some more talent over to SmackDown. They have to. Like, SmackDown is trash.
Yeah, lowest ratings, right now. You know what I mean? Because they got that guy as champion.
Doug, Cody is not working. I don't know.
Brock Lesnar's going to become champion over there probably.
Cody is not working. Brock will not work.
Brock won't work. But
Brock won't work.
They're lazy, and they keep bringing.
But it's Brock a name. Back. Yeah, it's a name.
Like they keep bringing Brock back.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So speaking of names, Mr. Diddy, received his 50-month sentence. He's already done about 13 or 14 months or so. So we'll see how that goes. So quick question for you all. And let me preface this with a very big pause. Too big, too little, just enough?
Oh, that's crazy.
That is the wildest
segue.
I'm a red-blooded man.
What?
I'm a red-blooded man. But I was trying to figure out, like, do you feel okay? Let me try this a different way. Do you feel that the sentence was apropos for the situation?
All right. So, as the person who was a paralegal in the group, I definitely. So I don't think that the sentence. So I don't think the sentence matched what he was found guilty of.
Okay.
The problem is this, and I heard when Mark Lamont Hill, and I don't want to take credit for it, Mark Lamont Hill, when they were having the conversation during the JBP last week, they were talking about the fact that the judge said that they would be able to they'll be able to consider things that he was not found guilty of in the sentencing. And so
that's crazy.
So that's sort of how they decided to get to the 60 months that he was originally, with the 10 months of time served that they gave him credit for. So that's why he still has 50 months left. But I don't think that the crime that he was found guilty of, which he was found guilty of prostitution, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
50 months for prostitution is insane.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. We already know they gave it to him because he beat up Cassie, but it's just insane to label it under the prostitution part. Like it's whatever. Me personally, I feel like I don't care, to be honest, but you know, at the end of the day, like you had this woman run down the hallway and you know what I'm saying, you was going crazy on her. So just for that video alone, personal feelings aside from all the other stuff, that video alone, I do think that he deserves to go to jail for a limited amount of time. I don't think, you know, everybody's like, oh, he should get like 20 years. I think that's insane. But
he got 60 months for transportation for prostitution.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Well, that's kind of, that unleashes a problem within itself that, you know, we don't really have time to like explore. But you see a lot of these high profile cases and they always seem to overcharge the person.
Oh yeah.
You know, to where they put themselves in this position. And, you know, even with the OJ situation, when he took his stuff back from the guys, you know, they were like, no, we're punishing you for the first thing that you got away with.
Yep.
And they gave him extra years, even though only reason I even brought that up is because I love OJ saying, you think you could steal from the juice?
That's what he said.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was hilarious. But you know, it was just one of those things where I think that they did too much. They he actually won. Because you know, because he was facing 10 years or longer from the feds.
He
won.
He was acquitted. He was acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking.
Yeah, if he would have got the RICO, I believe the RICO is a mandatory 20 years.
Yeah,
and
minimum.
So, and a lot of people get intimidated by the feds and would have just probably took the deal.
Yeah,
you know, and he took them on. So you know what I mean. I guess that was the one thing he did right in this situation.
But I also just want to just be clear that none of us agree with any of the actions that Diddy took. You know, we're just talking about this from the standpoint of what he was found guilty of versus what he was sentenced for what he was found guilty of.
Right, he had his day in court.
Yeah. To be fair, I've never liked Diddy. You could take away all the freak stuff and all that. At the end of the day, I don't like Diddy because anybody that's ever signed to him, had a hit behind him, albums, whatever, they all get screwed by Diddy.
Rest in peace, Black Rob.
None of them are successful once he takes his hands off of them. And I think that's
that was sad how Black Rob went out. That was one of my favorite rappers. But
Black Rob,
sad
Craig
how he
Mack,
went out in,
Biggie, Danity Kane,
you know, G-Dep,
Total, like bro,
Loon.
literally.
Remember, he was supposed to be Shine's. He was supposed to be Shine's guardian, and you know,
Shine. Yeah, like bro, this dude is trash. He's
Shine banned from the United States now.
G-Dep the deputy.
Yeah, you know, it's just nuts. But so in other news, you know, saying we're gonna go down this here NFL list real quick. You know, week 6 is here. I told the world, hopefully you put your money on it, that Denver was going to take down the champs.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? But the champs ain't going down this week because Saquon is going back to the Meadowlands.
Saquon is going to re-emerge as a dog this week. It's going to happen. He didn't get to break the record last year. So this game, he's going to show everybody, yeah. I'm really like that. You know what I'm saying? His biggest run this year has been 17 yards.
He's averaging 3.2 yards per carry. He's on pace for 908 yards this season.
I feel like Saquon gets a 60 piece this game.
Trade AJ Brown, but so you
wait. I know we don't have a lot of time, but hold up. Let's just talk about that real quick.
Quickly.
What? Yes, very quick. Why do we feel like AJ Brown needs to go because being a diva?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just making conversation.
I think if he needs to go, it's because he doesn't feel like he's an active part of the.
I mean, I'll put it like this: between him, Saquon, and Devontae in 5 games this season, they got a total of 6 touchdowns between the 3 of them.
Yeah. I think if you're, I don't know how long he is before his contract. I was just trying to look that up. But if he's trying to make some more money, you can't make a whole lot of money of how much you block downfield. Okay. And so I think that's really the argument that he's making is like, listen, dude, like I get it, like we're winning and that's cool and all, but none of these numbers are stuff that I can use when it's negotiation time. And you're wasting prime years of my life not throwing me the ball. So send me somewhere they're gonna throw me the ball.
Right. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that we're all picking the Eagles to beat the Giants.
Yeah, Eagles or Giants
on Thursday Night Football. And speaking of which, real quick, next week's Thursday Night Football, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. We got to flex Thursday Night Football, dog.
No, look, you got to think of this way. This is before injuries.
I know. Now you got to flex it.
Yeah, but
but anyway, let's get to it. So we got Denver and the Jets playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Do the Jets have a chance?
I got bow time.
All right. We got Arizona, fresh off of coaches hitting players, going up to Indianapolis where you could get stabbed. So who wins, the punchers or the stabbers?
Colts big.
Yeah. Bleed blue for the shoe.
All right.
Some of us bleed from day one.
All right. So the Chargers are coming cross country, long trip going down to South Beach. What we doing there?
Chargers got it.
Okay, we got to disagree at some point. All right, so New England is going to where I like to call the House of Horrors to play the New Orleans Saints. Saints coming off their first win of the season.
I'm calling Saints.
Okay.
New England.
There you go. I called the Saints over the Giants last week. It's your turn now. Dylan Gabriel is making his second start, and he is going to what used to be Heinz Field, now Accenture Field. And here's the stat, guys. Mike Tomlin against rookie quarterbacks, 26-6 record. But 2 of those 6 losses were to the Cleveland Browns. Can Dylan Gabriel recreate the magic?
No.
Dylan Gabriel gets hurt, and Shedeur Sanders makes his first appearance.
Well, no, he's not the second string. No.
Who is?
My Hilltopper, Bailey Zappi.
He's not number 2. He's not number 2.
I thought I saw that earlier.
Kevin Stefanski is still saying that he said either Shedeur or him, and he's leaning towards him.
I don't know. I thought I saw something where he
Shedeur should be the number 2.
But we'll come back to that.
Well, all I'm gonna say is I think Dylan Gabriel comes out the game and Shedeur Sanders makes his start against Aaron Rodgers.
So down there, where near Rez, we got the Dallas Cowboys invading Charlotte. Can the Dallas Cowboys take care of the upstart Carolina Panthers?
Cowboys big.
Dog, if the Panthers pull this upset, this is going to be the greatest Panther season of losers ever because they've been asked that they ain't supposed to beat.
Well, the stadium is going to be 90% Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
It will be a Cowboys home game.
Well, we
Cowboys
can't
will win big.
Colors.
Cowboys big.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm a roll with Carolina, but that's just me. Bryce Young is figuring it out, and their plan is to fall behind 14-0, and then your ass is grass. All right. So coming off the big Monday night win, Jacksonville stays home. Got another long way visitor coming in from Seattle. Can Sam Darnold lead the troops to a victory?
Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars pull it up.
Yo, my cousin's been in the hospital for 3 weeks, and the Jags haven't lost since he got there.
Damn. Stay in the hospital, cuz.
I mean, I want him to get out the hospital, though.
I'm telling you, every week, I text him like, yo, they are fighting for you, dog. Demi, hey, listen, cuz, they fighting for you. They might win the Super Bowl in the back of you, bro.
Dog, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I got Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, so over in my hometown, it looks like Lamar still not practicing. So give me the Rams by about
50.
Full touchdowns. All right, here's one for you guys. You'll love this one. out in Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The newly fresh win Tennessee Titans are coming through. Can the American football player make it two in a row?
Man, the American football player. Yo, the American football player wins this week, dog.
Yeah, I got the Titans.
Like, he wins for real this time. Not that what happened last time. He wins a real game this time.
All right. You ready for this one? So over in Lambeau Field.
Oh, Jesus.
The Cincinnati Bengals are coming in. But before you scoff, I will have you know that Joe Flacco is the starter, and he already has a win over Green Bay this season. Can lightning strike twice?
No, next game.
Oh. Well, I'm here to see Jamar Chase with his Travis Hunter impersonation.
It's going to be good. Hold on, wait. Was Jamar Chase playing defense?
No, Jake Browning just kept throwing interceptions. And Jamar
that's what that was. Because I was like, why has he got 5 tackles?
I think he threw like 3 interceptions or something like that.
That's crazy.
But it sounds like Flacco might get the start. All right, so
Joe.
Before I go any further, I got to preface this next game with bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
The 49ers are going down to Raymond James Stadium to play Baker Mayfield, my MVP so far.
Sorry, Rez.
In the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rez, are you guys walking out of Tampa with a win?
Listen, dog. I'm going to put it this way. On the 49ers.com website, we list 5 games of Niner takeovers every year.
Is this one of them?
This is one of them.
Ooh!
Bang, bang.
Ooh! I didn't know it was a takeover game. I ain't got to lie.
It's a takeover game, dog.
That makes me a little scary.
And it's our only game on the East Coast this year.
See? So I will take your bang and I will raise you a bang. Pause and pause.
I think I got Baker. Big play Bake. I got big play Bake.
I'll even say this. It don't even matter who's the quarterback.
Guys, Sunday Night Football. Is this the week that it ends for the Chiefs? Arrowhead Stadium.
Hey, what ends? They just lost.
I know they're 2-3. That's what I'm saying. Like, is this the game? They got Detroit coming into Arrowhead.
Are you saying like this is the end of their season?
Yes. Is this the game that's going to bury the Chiefs?
No, because the Lions find a way to lose when they're not supposed to.
No.
The Lions can't seal the deal like we want them to. I think the Chiefs pull this one off.
The Chiefs are going to find a way to go on a run this year. And I don't know when it's going to be, but they're going to find a way to go on a run. They're going to stay just close enough where they just make the playoffs, and then they're going to make the playoffs and be menaces in the playoffs. It's going to happen.
It's setting up, right? The Chargers got these injuries. The Raiders are the Raiders, and then, Denver is inconsistent. So, I mean, they're not out of it just yet by any means. But, all right, we got 2 Monday Night Football games.
Double
header. So, in one corner, you got nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. And in the other corner, you got the Falcons trying to hold down the compressor, a.k.a. Mercedes-Benz. Can Buffalo rebound from the loss on Sunday night?
110%.
Oh, for sure.
Just that simple, huh? You'll disrespect the compressor in that way, huh?
No, it's just one is the Falcons, right? 2, we all believe that the Bills are a better team than the Patriots are. I just thought last week was the week for the Patriots, Patriots to really make a statement game. Yeah. The Falcons are a middling team. Like they are rudderless and
the Falcons belong there with the Panthers and the Saints.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally,
that's the same division. That's crazy.
So finally, you got the rematch. Last year, it all came down to a Hail Mary. Last year's number 1 draft pick, Caleb Williams, leading his Chicago Bears back to the scene of the crime against Jaden Daniels and
the Doors.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this is U25. You got to say.
U25, clear out.
This is Commanders room, Commanders locker room, Commanders lane, Commanders Boulevard. The Bears are going to get beaten into hibernation. As a wise man once said, it's true. It's damn true.
It's true. It's true. People are saying it.
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated said it.
The
Bleacher Report said it.
So quick hits. I understand that Miss Swift has a new album out.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm never gonna
She
hear
did have
that.
an
That's
album
not
out.
gonna be a thing.
I believe that her album is the reason that Dwayne's movie fumbled because she also came out with a film that went to theaters. So Dwayne went against Taylor Swift, and I've been saying this for years. Taylor Swift is the boogeyman. For everybody who doesn't understand that, there are. Well, I don't know now. Yeah, they're still there. Yeah. There's three artists. There's three artists you don't want to drop against: Beyonce, Drake, and Taylor Swift. You do not want to drop whenever they drop. They
You
are
could probably drop when Drake drops now.
now with Drake, yeah, probably. But I don't.
So when
I
Taylor
still
Swift,
want to leave them there.
so when Taylor Swift drops albums nowadays, is that when Top tells Kendrick to drop and give him 50?
I'm not sure how that works. But Taylor, so I'm well documented saying like I don't really get it. I think she's a talented young lady. I know she has a very big fan base, so I never want to besmirch her fan base.
She's a great writer.
But
Rez,
I'm never gonna hear this album.
Right when you get down here, I'm gonna play you like 3 Taylor Swift songs.
I'm cool.
Okay, she's cool.
Oh no, Rez already sat through my episode.
I
listening
don't
to
think.
her
Yeah,
song.
yeah. I was. Yeah,
No, listening to them is different. You gotta listen to them.
Oh nah, I'm cool. Thank you.
Because baby, now we got bad blood.
I've heard that song. Kendrick Lamar's featured on it.
Yeah, see. And if Kung Fu Kenny can give Taylor a shot,
there's not. I mean, Taylor doesn't need me to give her a shot. She has hundreds of millions of fans.
You are literally bang bang. Like give her a shot.
Let me take this a different route. And I know this is quick hits, so obviously, but let me ask this question. Is Taylor or Beyonce the bigger star?
I don't like that question. It's loaded.
So what I'll say is this.
I'm always fully loaded.
Nope.
What I'll say is this, and I don't want to do the comparison thing. To their people, they are both the biggest thing in the world.
Yes.
They are both the biggest thing in the world. They both have massive fan bases. They both have the ability to tour stadiums by themselves and do 3 hours worth of music on their own without an opening act. I personally prefer Beyonce over Taylor Swift because of the style of music that I enjoy and what I like from performers. But I completely understand that there's an entire demographic that thinks that Taylor Swift is Michael Jackson.
I will say this. I have moments where I don't mind. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. But I will never choose that over a Halo or Tyrant or a Sanchez.
So where did Rihanna fit on this scale?
She doesn't.
Okay.
Rihanna doesn't make music anymore. We would not disrespect her.
I said where did I use past tense?
Yeah, but she didn't. She's never been on. She's a huge star.
Rez,
she's not Beyonce or Taylor.
Stop. Don't do that. All right.
She's not.
Stop. Don't do it.
When was she Beyonce or Taylor?
Rihanna doesn't make music anymore, and we will not do this because I am anti. All right, we're not.
But when was she Beyonce or Taylor?
When she was outselling Beyonce.
She's never outsold Beyonce.
She has.
When is she outsold Beyonce?
I'm anti. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do it.
So inquiring minds
We'll do a sideline. We'll do a sideline.
Well, inquiring minds want to know: has Rihanna learned how to has Rihanna learned how to pronounce umbrella yet?
Rihanna doesn't make music anymore.
But does she know how to say umbrella now? Like, has she finished her Rosetta Stone?
The way she said it made her a household name. So keep saying umbrella, Ella, like let her do what she got to do, dog. Don't talk about Rihanna, dog. Don't do that. I forgot
people like dumbasses.
I'm in the Riri hive, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know it. It's called the Navy. You didn't
Thank
know what
you.
Rihanna's
She don't make music no
club is
more.
called.
I don't remember.
Okay, why do they call her the Navy? Why is it the Navy?
I used to know
because of the
she
WAP?
was in the movie Battleship.
Does it have anything to do with her WAP?
And you see what I just did? I got Rez to
was in the
openly
movie.
admit that he's a fan too.
No,
Like,
I just know what I'm talking about.
Beyonce and Riri We celebrate them. All
we
right?
do. No, and we do. But that's the thing. And that's the thing. And no words that I said was to minimize Rihanna's impact. I'm just saying, okay, cool. Who are the greatest wide receivers of all time? Jerry Rice, T.O., Randy Moss.
That's it.
Chris Carter was a very, very, very good receiver. Is he Jerry Rice?
No.
Okay, that's what I just did.
You're right.
Chris Carter's a Hall of Famer.
I mean, I'm just saying Antonio Brown got something to say too. But anyway,
is he Jerry Rice?
Nobody's Jerry Rice.
Okay,
but
that's
Jerry
all
Rice.
I'm saying.
T.O. could have been Jerry Rice if he was.
T.O. never could have been Jerry Rice.
If he was more disciplined, yes, he could have.
He
dropped the ball too much to be Jerry Rice.
Again, if he was more disciplined, he could have.
Did T.O. come from Mississippi Valley State?
No, but he's the closest thing.
Not
to
Mississippi
Jerry
State. Not Mississippi State.
How many people trained under Jerry Rice? Just Terrell Owens.
J.J. Stokes did, but he didn't.
He ain't built like that.
Yeah. What about Ty Streets?
Ty Streets is a bum.
Anyway, Jack.
If I see you in the streets, Ty Streets, you can see me about that. It's cool.
Anyway, Jack, take us on out of here, man.
I think it's time.
Thoughts?
Wrap it up.
My guy's getting married, man. My guy's getting married. Shout out to my guy.
Yes.
Come on, man.
You're about to be an honest man.
In the city of demons.
In the city of demons. I shouldn't love this city, but I love this city. Whoa. If y'all listen closely, you probably hear my son yelling in the background. You know what I'm saying? Real dad, stand up. As always, we appreciate everyone who tunes in, whether you're a first time or a last time listener. We're just three guys with a perspective, hoping to deliver a diverse way of thinking. Open dialogue always expands intelligence. Say less. Say more.
Bang. Bang.
Not really bang, though, because, you know. But yeah.
Fly.
Shout out to all the red-blooded men out there.
Actually, you know what? I think that's something that everybody should know outside. Me and Rez, we do bang bang, and he does fly eagle fly.
It's true. See y'all next time, man. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Like, review, subscribe.
The whole nine.